Hey, I just wanted to follow up on her question behind me. If the president's in such perfect health, why does he keep going back in for checkups?
I think he likes the results. He does really well. He aces the test every single day, and I do actually believe that he is curious to make sure everything is going in the right direction. He's a very meticulous person in so many ways that are often underappreciated.
Either this is just a stupid overstatement from him, or he's implying they have Trump take the dementia test every day. I don't think he does, though, because if he was, he would be bragging about it.
Appreciated, but for him to want to know all the numbers and keep on top of them, it's the same reason he calls people at odd hours, because something's on his mind and he wants to deal with it. Yes, in purple.
It's because Carolyn Levitt's out right now because she's spawning another one of them. So they have random Trump cabinet officials pitching the field during the press conferences. Seems to be going well.
We had massive increases of people joining the program. We believe that 35%, roughly, of the people that are using the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare exchanges, because they've never used the program once, they've never filed a claim, may not be legit. And that actual number may translate to, I don't know, 5-6 million people we could be paying premiums for because they don't have to contribute anything. So they don't even know they're getting it. These are people who have Medicaid, and someone, often a broker, is just...
I'm sorry, wait, did he just unironically say that it's evidence of fraud in the ACA if people have never filed a claim? Like, if you are signed up through the ACA, but you've never filed a claim, that implies that you're a fraud? How is it even a problem if an account is fraudulent, but it's not filing a claim? That doesn't even make sense. Like, if they're not filing a claim, then all they're doing is paying the monthly... why would anyone fake a Medicaid account and then not file a claim? Just pay the premium and not get any service for it?
Honestly, enrolling them on in an Affordable Care Act, or they're in 2 states at once getting full insurance paid for by us in multiple states at once.
While not filing claims? How does that... What? Do you think that you get double the health care if you're enrolled in 2 states? What? That's not how that works. What?
So we have evaluated these numbers. They're extremely concerning. There's a very strong effort by us. We actually made a rule 2 weeks ago that starts the process. We had tried to do this when we first came into office. A court enjoined us. They did not feel we'd followed appropriate APA guidelines, government guidelines. And so we redid it and now went back out again. But if you care about the ACA, then you'll want us to take the fraud out. And let me just take a step.
It's all going so well.
In pink.
Just back to the question about Bill Pulte. Congressional statute says any appointee for the position of the Director of National Intelligence shall have extensive national security expertise. What extensive national security expertise does he have?
Ma'am, you're asking me a question that's out of my lane. I'm so focused on making sure Americans are healthy that I have not been looking at what other agencies...
Yeah, that's about the best defense I could offer, too.
Across the world, especially when we're not sure what's going on with them, is probably not the wisest move. In red, take it away.
Thank you so much. Alina Shirazi from the Daily Mail. This is the 4th checkup that the president has had. He's supposed to have 1 a year. He's had several CT heart scans. What are the doctors looking for? And second question, I think you might like this one better. Who has been your favorite cabinet secretary so far to do the briefings at the podium?
Huh. That may not be my favorite question. That might... I mean, they're all obviously different. I think Scott Bessent's dry humor is fabulous. Marco is just an earnestly funny person. We can tell all kinds of stories about Marco's entertaining commentary. I think JD was spectacular. You know, he's just very on his game, understands the issues, and he understands the American people, which is I appreciated his presentation so much. And I did watch them all, by the way, just to prepare. I'm a doctor. I try to do my homework. I prep for the case. The first issue was about Ebola. No, about President Trump's examinations.
He's had 4 already.
Right.
The president's supposed to have 1 a year.
Yeah, so I actually have talked to the president about what he's sent to all of you, and I think it's just a routine, regular exam. You remember I had the president on my show 10 years ago, and he also presented records. And at the time, I was stunned at how well he was doing, because so many of these numbers naturally over time will start going in the wrong direction. But if you look at these records, they're spectacular. You know, his cholesterol, his blood pressure, all the numbers are starting in excellent parameters. His ability, and listen, I work with him frequently. Many of you get to see him almost every day. That amount of energy and that amount of mental acuity does not exist in a vacuum. You have to have a vessel to carry it, and the president has a unique ability to just keep going at all hours of the day with remarkable strength.
They're power scaling presidents? A vessel? Sakuna? Imagine a sorcerer with the aura of Sakuna, but the vessel, the habitable power of Donald J. Trump?
Prosperity. I believe, I hope you share this belief, that we're put on this earth with agency to change our future, change the country's future, to make the planet a better place. We're put here to make a difference. But if you're sitting at home, which is true for the millions of people who are able-bodied on Medicaid, on average, you're spending 6.1 hours watching television or just hanging around. That's not why you're here. So as a path to prosperity, Congress very wisely said, let's get you back into the workforce. Let's require you to get free health care coverage, to be able to work for 20 hours a week, or volunteer to make up the difference if you haven't worked 20 hours, or get an education. Just participate. And so...
Cool. What the fuck is this plan? Millions of people are off Medicaid now, man. Like, so many people have been cut from the rolls. It's so goddamn bad. The president really is speedballing adrenochrome. Well, we all know the reason why he always has a bruise on his hand is because he's always getting an IV drip. He probably gets it every night. Who knows what drugs he's on? Do American hospitals not admit you without insurance? Legally, emergency care facilities always have to admit you no matter what. You're just, you know, on the bill afterwards. Usually a very large bill. But oftentimes, if you are uninsured, it's pretty difficult to get care. If you don't have insurance, usually you just have to go to urgent care or like have one-off meetings with doctors. But for any kind of specialist care, many times they just won't accept you if you don't have insurance. And it can take months and months.